My name is Wendy, and I am presenting my speech on a case study that was conducted by the Texas Department of Aging and Disability Services in 2005 on a man named Milton Jones. A little background about Milton Jones. He is a 54-year-old long haul truck driver who resides in Marble Falls, Texas, and he had gotten into an accident in his truck during a blizzard. As a result of that accident, he had a broken back and paralysis of the lower extremities. So, after hospitalization, he was placed in a nursing facility for rehabilitation due to pain and requiring 24-hour nursing services. Well, we fast forward to 18 months later, and Milton has decided that he is too young to be residing in this nursing facility with the geriatric population and is wanting to return to independent living in Marble Falls, which is about 600 miles away from where he is currently placed. He has a son that resides in Dallas that he had contacted with at least once a month while he lived independently, and he wants to get closer back to his family, his community, and his a more normal way of life as it can be. Well, he is unsure of how to go about this process of returning to independent living. So he spoke with a friend of his at the nursing facility who is getting ready to be discharged back into the community. The friend had recommended that he speak with an ombudsman who is they're a public official who will come into long-term care facilities, and they are kind of a mediator, for lack of a better word, that will help residents meet their needs and assist facilities in meeting the needs of the residents. So this ombudsman had given Milton a brochure called Money Follows the Person into the Community, which listed different organizations that can assist with finding appropriate housing, finding public transportation to help him get to doctor's appointments, go to the grocery store. He stated that he liked to read, so the transportation would help him get to the public library. So, after he contacted these facilities, a relocation specialist came into the nursing facility and they had to perform an assessment. So, this assessment kind of gets some personal background data. It also will, you know, examine what kind of assistance he is going to need with activities of daily living, what kind of transportation he would need. Is he going to need any kind of home health services from a nursing aspect, or a come in and help with pill minding to make sure he takes his medication on time, to food preparation. And this is not a easy process. It can take months. There are not a lot of places for people with handicaps or disabilities to reside. They have to go through a lot of red tape as far as their financial requirements and disability requirements. And these organizations help the resident navigate through those different bureaucratic red tape. So, after about 3 months, Milton did find appropriate housing in an apartment in Marble Falls where he had resided before his accident. They assisted him with putting handicap rails in the bathroom to help, so that he can do his own independent transfers from his wheelchair to the shower, by and also giving him a shower chair that he was able to sit in to perform those needs. set him up with transportation that can help him get to doctor's appointments, the library, grocery store that was wheelchair accessible. So he, moved in. They stocked him up with groceries. A nursing assistant met him at his apartment on the day of discharge. So he had been doing fairly well, and now has telephone numbers of who he needs to reach in an emergency. A downstairs neighbor has agreed to um, be able to be contacted in case of emergency. So he has his phone number, and they have a set schedule of a home health aide coming in and checking up on him a few times a week for the next few months, and then they will slowly wean that home health aide out so that he can be more independent and only have to contact them in cases of emergencies. His story is a example of what can happen when community agencies all get together and really work together to get a resident where they want to be, um, as far as independent living goes. Although there are more work and things that need to be done to make it a little easier for people to be able to stay independent in the community.